Howdy ho, guys. How you doing? I'm Jules. Thank you for coming back to another weekly update of my channel where we discuss mostly cross-stitch, but a lot of other things. So I appreciate you coming back for another watch. It is the last FlossTube of 2020. So thank goodness for that. I can only imagine in a year looking back at like today's video, like what will 2021 bring. I hope a lot of good things. I hope a lot of good things for all of you guys. I hope for continued health or improved health for most of you. And I hope for us all to be able to get back together later in the year. But we still got a little ways to go before we can do that. But I really look forward to that. Big news in my life this week. After I filmed that video last week, it was Tuesday night when I did the FlossTube and all, I got all that done. And after I finished all the videos, I basically got the phone call that told me that our big business thing, our at our hospital, our kennel expansion was approved by the town, and we were officially ready to open for business. And it has changed my life. For the last almost 2.5 years, I have been just overly stressed, vastly overworked, and just completely not myself in so many different ways. And when I'm not cross-stitching, it's probably because I'm stressed out about this. I'm upset over something. I can't even tell you how many days I came home completely like in tears, thinking that the whole thing was a complete bust and wasn't going to work. And but we just kept pushing through and got it all done, and we're open, and it's awesome. We're very excited, and it'll start bearing real fruit next year. So literally from the moment that I found out, well, first there was a good 5-10 minutes. There was probably 30 seconds of disbelief, and then probably a solid 10 minutes of crying, and then just a perpetual smile on my face ever since. Because I'm so happy that it got done and finished. And it's rolled into my cross stitch, absolutely. And I got a lot of cross stitch done this past week, and I got a few surprises for you, I hope. And I also just wanted to tell you that, it's we're going to hopefully get so much more done this year. I feel so optimistic now about getting so many things done and trying to stretch a little bit more in what I'm doing with cross stitch, what I'm doing with this channel, and what I'm doing with the Etsy store. For those of you who don't know, I have an Etsy store where I do various different designs. But what did you guys get for Christmas? My husband gave me this puzzle that I haven't opened yet. No, I'm just kidding. He gave me more than that. I actually started drinking coffee this last month. I started off with a very diluted hazelnut coffee, and then he got me one of those like tiny little Keurigs, those mini ones. They're only like $70. They're not bad, with a little sample box of containers. And so far my favorite is the Green Mountain lightly roasted morning blend. That is my favorite so far. So, but I'm trying a lot of different ones, and I'm enjoying it. That's my morning routine now. So, but then he also got me a bunch of these little puzzles. I haven't opened this one up yet, and it's basically you take them apart and then you try and put them back together. Yeah, I tried working on one on Christmas Eve, and I'm like, yeah, it's not working. So, I need to go through them one at a time and solve them, because I love doing that. That's a lot of fun. But let's talk about cross stitch. Do you see what I did with my board back here? So this is now my floss organization area, and I don't know if you can see because it's not perfect, it doesn't look brilliant, but I've basically labeled the different boxes with different numbers of DMC floss. So like this is the 900s. I actually have two 900s because for whatever reason my projects require a lot of 900 level cross stitch or floss. So that one's full, this one's getting full. Like I have a 500 here, I have like 3800 to like 3840 because there's a lot of colors there that I use. And so I got them all up on the wall, and I got them all numbered. And I'm just going through now, and when I find my random bobbins, that I couldn't come up with the word, then they're going up where they're supposed to. So I'm starting to organize and get everything put together, which I really, really love. And so let's look at what I did this week. And every time I go to do a video, I'm like, where is that dang picture? And yet again, I don't have my pictures ready for you. But we're going to start off with one of my own designs, Lincoln Memorial. I got about... Oh, so the other thing that I want to do this coming year is keep track of where I'm at with the overall stitch count for both for the week and then for the overall stitch count for each project. And as long as I'm using Pattern Keeper, that's easier to do. When I'm doing something like Dachshund where I don't have one Pattern Keeper, I'm going to have to just estimate. But Lincoln Memorial might be about 0.7% done. I probably did 300 stitches this week. This week I'm not going to be like 100% be able to say, this is what I did. But that's my goal going forward. So mostly just down here, a little up here. I haven't tracked down all the floss yet for this one. So in terms of truly jumping into it, and I'm still working on the how hard the floss is. Or I can't get my terms straight. How hard the Ada is. Next up, where'd it go? I'll show you Reaper, which has a lot of floss dangling from it because I was been stitching on it. I did not stitch on Dachshund this week because I have to rotate Dachshund with Reaper on the frame here, but I got a lot done on this particular project. I think I'm about 72%, 73% done on this. And so if you can tell, I just got like these big, huge chunks here, down through here, a little bit here. I got a lot of that done. And I mean, I'm just making some serious progress on it. So I only have about 14,000 stitches to go on this particular piece. So, I mean, if I really put, I said, I was in one of my Stitch With Me's this past week, when I was streaming, I thought about it and I was like, if I could do 500 stitches a week on this pattern, which is definitely doable, 500 stitches a week, I could be done with this in 6 months. Wow. I also could be done with it a lot faster if I do more, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, so there's that one. And then I need to take this one out of its hoop because I want to show you guys Rainy Waterloo Place, because it saw some stitching this week and it still has a needle in it. Let me take the needle out so I don't poke myself because that always happens. So I'm getting that cab part done. You guys tell? So I got, I want to say 400 or 500 stitches done on this one this week. I don't know how much you can tell, but we were talking about how I wanted to come all the way up, which I did, came all the way up the side of this page to get up here and then start stitching down. So I got the other side of this cab and now I'm just filling in all around it basically. But I got quite a lot of this bottom page done on this row back when I was thinking that I was going to do that page first. But I just want to make sure that I was on the right, that I was stitching right and I wasn't going to have to frog anything again. So that's coming along nicely. I forgot where I'm at on this one, but what I want to do is I want to like put it up behind me, like maybe list the projects on this blue wall behind me and then percentages. And so I'm probably going to have to print out some large letters and numbers and whatnot. I think that's how I'm going to do it. And rather than like get big numbers and then just put them up there somehow, because I'm going to A, lose them, B, I don't know, waste money on them probably. Oh yeah, before we get any further, Mom, I'm out of cookies. Please send more. Oh, Mom sent Christmas cookies. She was like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I would like some Christmas cookies, please. All my favorites. And she sent them to me 2 weeks before Christmas, and I finally got them on Christmas Eve of all times. And yeah, they're gone. I ate them all. Yeah, not sorry. Need more. Let's see, what else could I show you guys what other project might I have worked on that you guys might, I don't know if you'll remember it or not. I mean, it's not like I talk about it a lot or anything, but oh, look, it's Old World Map 2. What are you doing here, Old World Map 2? You stitched on me this week. What? Yeah, I stitched on Old World Map 2, guys. Can you believe it? I was able to import, again, this piece into this phone and pretty much get it sort of okay, sort of correct. And then I caught up on the page that I was on, and then I stitched. So I don't know how much you can see. Let me, turn it this way so the light's good. You are in the way, whatever number you are. What number are you? I don't even know. Oh, I don't know. Oh, you were supposed to be there. I just pulled you right through. So I did a lot of the yellow all through here, and then I did some of the blue and kind of filled it in different spots. So again, this is just about going back through and finding the floss that I need. We had the great floss purge of 2020. I want to say it was early 2020 when Bailey destroyed a lot of my floss, Bailey the dog. So now I'm just going through and figuring out what I need or what I don't have and seeing if I have it. And then if I don't, then I'm going to have to order it. But so look at, guys, I got about 300 stitches done on this one. And I think I'm at 3% maybe. So for those of you guys who are newer to the channel, who have not been here to see Old World Map 2, let me tell you about it. So I got this pattern about 4 years ago, and I bought the biggest piece of Ada that most of y'all have probably ever seen. This thing is about 5 feet by 4 feet or something like that. Oh, I keep being reminded. I gotta take a picture. After this, I gotta take a picture with husband. He's got to take a picture of me holding this up. And we're getting so close to the end of this row. And for the last 2 years, I think my resolution for the year was to finish all the way across. And I haven't done it yet. But gosh darn it, I can do it now. With the help of Pattern Keeper and with a new outlook on stitching and life and a lot less stress, I'm gonna be stitching away on this one. But isn't this fun? Now, again, we were doing a stitch with me, and I was working on this one, and somebody asked me if I would put it on the roller frame. And right now I can't because I don't have anything that's like long enough to be able to do that. Now, could I? Yeah, sure. Do I want to? I don't know. It's so much confetti with this. And I've really come upon a good system where it's all this fabric, and I put the fabric in my, this might change the more I stitch and the heavier this thing gets, but I'm basically just holding this tiny little hoop. I mean, you can see, I have really like look how big my hands are. No, my thumbs are big, my hands are small. This is maybe about a 4 or 5 inch hoop. So I like a small hoop for this one because it's 18 count. And there's so much confetti, so I like to really be like right there, knowing where everything is. But yeah, I don't see myself doing it on a frame right now. But that may change as time goes by. It may get really difficult to work on this piece without putting it in a frame. And it's not to say that I couldn't custom do something, but my concern would be basically getting it taut enough all the way across, and that would be my concern, is that it just wouldn't be tight enough. Like I like my, and bounce a quarter off this thing. But I don't know. For right now, this works. This works for me. So, yeah. Was I going to tell you guys anything else? I'm just trying to think here. I think that's it. Pretty much it. I thank you guys for all the encouragement after the whole issue with not the whole issue, but with the end of year whip parade, and some people expressed some interest in looking at the whips that not the whips, but the projects that I have that I've never started. We'll get to that at some point. I gotta figure out how to make more videos, set up a studio or something to where I can make stuff a little bit easier. But for now, we're just stitching. We're just stitching. Now, the other thing that I wanted to ask is I need to do some more where to find cross stitch patterns, but I need to do articles that are like popular topics. Like people will come to me and say, like, I really want to do a really nice dragon cross stitch. Where do I go? Or I want to do a cool Disney cross stitch. Where do I go? And so I have articles on that on my blog at stitchingjules.com. But what other subjects do you guys think about? Like, do you want to see, where can I find a cross stitch pattern about birds or about cars, or like, what do you guys, not just what do you want, but what do you hear other people wanting, or what do you see other people stitching that, you're like, man, it's really hard to find a good pattern, because I know where all the good places are, and I'm always up for finding new ones. So you just let me know. Outside of that, I think that's pretty much it. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else that I have. I don't think so. I got nothing else going on. We just got to stitch, and stitch we shall. So, Happy New Year to you guys. A couple more days. We're almost there. Please, let's just all make it to 2021. And I hope that you're as excited about the new year as I am. And I hope that whatever you're stitching on right now, that you're excited about it and that you're enjoying it. If you, if you're not, stitch what you like. Stitch what you love what you stitch. So that's my motto. So otherwise, I think we're good. Binky is quiet and she's in her bed, so we're just going to let her stay there. And I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Happy New Year. And if you want to, I'm going to be on Thursday morning. I'm doing a stream on Twitch. The link is down below. And it'll be a New Year's Eve morning stream. We'll do a couple hours of streaming and stitching. So if you want to hang out and stitch for a while, please join us. We'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye. Or not. Really close and extreme. Sorry. Oh, that's even closer. Okay.